Assume we're live. Hello everybody, welcome back to SpeedForce Racing. Now, we've had a bit of an issue in the earlier stream. If you have seen, we had to restart the race due to some issues we were having. So we are live now, and we are hopefully going straight into the race. We will run through the track order once we get on there. It was from the qualifying session of the pre-race. We do apologise if you were watching that stream and it ended abruptly. We have had a major issue with a lot of things right now, but I'm not alone tonight. I brought Zippo with me, and this time I got it right.
Yeah, you did. So let's hope this has actually worked how it's meant to have worked.
Well, it's not raining like it was at the start, but okay.
Basically.
Yeah, we had quite an issue, so drivers will have to just deal with that situation. Unfortunately, this is all a bit topsy-turvy, and we're hoping that we can all get it sorted now. There is another video on this the thing. Oh, goodness!
Why are they all just circles?
They're just loading in. They're trying to set their strategy.
Yes, of course.
So everyone's getting ready. We're all. If you can't tell, there's a little bit of tension right now in the league between everything right now. There's a lot of frustration with the early race. We are going to dive into a lot of issues later on, which means it's going to be a late night for me. Anyway, apart from all of that and your previous race, how are you doing today, Zippo?
No comment.
Okay, I think that describes it pretty well as we head on to the formation map here in France. This is the first time we're running France, obviously, in this session. Obviously, everyone frustratedly going away. I've got less visuals than I want. But the drivers we have right now tonight, we have our CSR Hamilton in pole position ahead of Carlos in second, Mark in third, and Nikos in fourth. Vin Blank in fifth, and Mixilius in sixth. John is a new driver in 7th, and Vanquish is in 8th. Futo is in 9th, and South Warriors in 10th. Stam is in 11th, and Valakos is in 12th. The Gort is in P13, and Senna is in P14. Chopper is in P15. How did you say it again, sorry?
I'm going to say, I've re-looked at it, it's Ale Lazio.
Ale Lazio.
Lazio being the Italian football team.
Okay, so Ale Lazio is in 16th, David is in 17th, and Seyuza is in 18th, who neglected to qualify in the last session due to issues. So it's all going to be looked at soon.
2 drivers opt in for the Ultra Softs as well. Now the Ultra Softs around here will last you about 5 or 6 laps, if that. So?
Yeah. So this is the optimal strategy. We are aware there should be rain coming because we had put on custom weather to attempt to have it to mix the same as the original weather we had in the original lobby, but it seems that it hasn't come through. There could be rain any time now. We are completely in the blue, and it's frustrating that this has all happened. I don't know anymore, but at least
I believe it's dry to the end.
Dry to the end, you believe? Hearing. Pardon?
Dry to the end is what I'm hearing. Sorry.
Okay, it's all right. But still, so France is a relatively new track to Formula 1, but at the same time, it's not. We've had races at France before in Formula 1, but tonight we are running at Paul Ricard, as John has already left the session. So that is frustrating. John, hopefully that is not going to be... I don't know anymore. We have one more shot at restarting this race tonight, as it is way too late for everyone's countries right now, as we've lost one driver due to the time frame. That was Peter Solheim. But still, here we go to 5 red lights here in France. This time, the cars are going to hopefully go out at the same time. Lights are out. It's still... Drivers are away now, and it's a better start than it was last time. John has rejoined as well. Peter Solheim is not here. I don't know why I'm talking about him, but it's Hamilton ahead of Carlos. Carlos going for the lead, but Hamilton easily swipes back across him. Mark UFC is okay. It looks like Chopper's had a spin now. The Ferrari looks like he's gone for a big spin in the background. Is he? Oh, what is that McLaren up to? He's got to hand back those positions, so is Hamilton. No, Hamilton doesn't hand back anything because he hasn't done anything wrong. Everyone going very wide now as they're getting used to these cars. Last time we drove these cars around here, it was dry, and everyone's hoping that everything gets all right. But Orchard David has dropped down to 15th position off the line, and now he's passing the Gort once more later on down the lap. So Hamilton leads us onto the straight for the first time, ahead of Carlos, ahead of Mark, ahead of Nikos, ahead of Mick Sidious. And you see Hamilton going defensive. Sayuza getting a stop-go penalty for cutting the corner and gaining a position. That is, well, you know, that's unwritable. And then you see here on board with Carlos. Carlos trying to line up a move on Hamilton, going through the fast right-hander. You see Hamilton squeezing him just a bit, but it's enough to work at him. Oh, rear end slip though. Hamilton's off. Where is Hamilton now? He's in the gravel. He's not in the gravel. He's in the paint. And he's going to be frustrated, even more frustrated, that this has all happened. I think everyone, the drivers have been let out of the cage, and I think the frustration of having to restart the race is showing at some of the moves that we're seeing, unfortunately. But hopefully everyone can calm down and get it in their heads that this is still going to be clean no matter what. See, Senna is now closing up to Valakos in the background. What's that?
Right, I have just witnessed the Gort deliberately crash out on stream.
Have you?
Yes.
Who crashed him out?
He deliberately crashed out.
He deliberately crashed him out. That will be looked at by the stewards, obviously. If you don't know right now, Zippo is recording with me, so there is going to be 2 streams and 2 separate recordings of what is happening in the race, so people are looking at both.
I don't know why he did that. I don't understand at all.
Drivers will obviously be questioned. If they are deliberately crashing themselves out, they'll be questioned and there will be penalties handed out. There are already qualifying bans for what happened in the early qualifying session, but that will be removed from the channel as soon as I get a chance to log in on the computer to be able to do it.
I wouldn't tarnish it because you want to use that for proof.
Okay, well, we'll discuss it as the admins later. Lots of drivers happening. Nikos cutting the corner a little bit, gaining a little bit of time on his ultra soft tyres, but he seems not to be able to gain on the Ferrari of Carlos.
So John's car has been disqualified, and when he lagged out at the start, that seems to be a new thing. If you leave the session at 4 lights out, you appear to get disqualified. It's very strange. Vanquish right on the back of Stam at the moment.
Yeah, just saw that as well. So we're on board now.
That I'm watching very carefully. Car in P6 right now.
Yeah, we're not going to tarnish. We're not going to hide who we're looking at right now. Unfortunately, we've witnessed some driving that we're going to have to look at, and they're on probation, as they would say.
Mark NUFC 133.8, fastest man on track currently.
That is a brilliant lap for himself.
This actually appears to be this minus Carlos and obviously Hamilton down in 15th down there, but Mark led first race as well. Seems to have a lot of pace as Vanquish goes up the inside and oh, that's not good. Stam, I don't know what Stam was doing there, but he's just cost Wim Blank his front wing as well.
Okay. I think I just caught the end of that.
That's just not on. That is just not on from Stam.
What's he done?
No. Stam has just ploughed into the back of Vanquish and just sent him flying off the track in anger.
Okay. This is all being recorded, obviously, by me and by Zippo. No matter what you're doing, we are not a Demolition Derby league. We will not become a Demolition Derby league. This is not what this league was set up about. I didn't set this league up, and I do not want under mine, Zippo's, and Lee's watch this league to become that. Not in the slightest.
No, I've always looked at this league. Obviously, you know, I'm new to this league. I've got my own league, but I've always looked at this league as a, you know, quite a high standard of league. And what I'm seeing tonight from certain drivers is, as Hamilton's lost it again. Not quite sure what's happening with Hamilton. I think the ghosting car of Senna may have put him off a bit there. So it's weird. There's a ghost car on the track.
Yeah, Vimbak is into the pits.
Yep. Vimbak into the pits. That's for the front wing change. Yeah, it will be. Yeah, and he's going on to the soft, so he's probably going to try and go to the end now.
I will announce now there will be a very serious talk later on between all the admins, and I will probably be recording a video personally of myself recording a video and uploading it to the channel once given all approval by every admin, explaining what we have talked about and what rules will be changed in this league coming onto it. And we didn't want to do this mid-season, but I think we're going to have to at this point.
The user showing some pace on 2 lap old soft tyres. Fastest man on track currently. Some serious pace there on the softs.
Sorry to interrupt you, mate, but now we're on board with Nikos. Nikos going right down the inside of Carlos GB, who had a major mistake, and it seems Carlos's tyres are starting to suffer as well himself, but Nikos making that look almost easy as he slides right down the inside, and Carlos struggling on those soft tyres.
Just as we were talking about how poor the driving's been, El Lazio, I think he felt that he was a little bit too aggressive on Chopper on the pass, moving out of the way and letting Chopper back past. That's what we want to see.
Brilliant driving, and a very mature driving from El Lazio. On board now with Mixilius.
Yep.
Go on.
That's exactly what I was just about to say. Over to you.
Mixilius now making a move on Carlos GB. Carlos GB seems to be struggling, but Mixilius able to stay ahead, and Carlos using the advantage of having DRS once more. It seems that they just clipped that rear end just a little bit. Stan pulls into pit lane. There we go. So, see, look at that. Still perfect defending from Carlos. A little bit hesitant on turning though, able to make it move, and that is South Warrior, who is starting to close up as well. And I always want to say Southside Serpents because I'm a Riverdale fan, but he's not able to close up yet, and he's not a Serpent, he's a South Warrior.
If we get some time later, we'll talk about this.
Okay, weaving from Carlos.
Was that a go past because my tyres are dead?
I don't think so.
Wasn't,
I know, that will be looked at. That will be looked at.
Stam is in the pits.
Orchard David now fighting Futo in the Red Bull versus the Sauber. He's in his favourite car finally, but it seems that Futo and him are going to have a good race right now. Futo aiming to improve on his qualifying position. Don't remember where he qualified, but it was low down in the top 10. But it seems that he's right there, and he's able to catch that little drift as the rear end. What was that?
Snap of understeer there, but he managed to catch it well enough.
Yeah, good catch from the. Gonna stop there because can't remember nationalities of new drivers. Do apologise on that. Carlos though has dropped behind South Warrior, so something's happening with Carlos right now.
It's as if those tyres just haven't warmed up.
It is that. Meanwhile, let's look down at Sayuza. So Sayuza is in P14. He's starting to close up on Vinblank. He's on the soft tyres, and much of the many first stoppers are on soft tyres.
So I just stopped you there, but Fotio has gone up the inside of Orchard David into turn 1. Touch tyres. He's not given up on it yet. He's on the outside, which turns to the inside. David moving over to defend slightly. He's not going to. He's cut the corner to make that.
Has he let him through there?
Yeah, he's let him back past. Yeah.
I think that was a little bit of David just turning in a bit too early, for my opinion.
Yeah, that's not going to be a. That battle's not over there though.
No, not yet. And there's obviously Valakos in behind too, and see Senna dropping positions.
The user right at the back, right at the gearbox of Vinblank right now.
Whoa, David! He's turning in sharply, isn't he?
Yeah, I've come off of it at the moment. I'm on board with Sayuza, who is right on the gearbox of Vinblank. That's better, not the Vinbox.
I have to interrupt you, mate, because right now they're trying to go 3 abreast into the fast right-hander, but Proteo has fooled it out, and David drops the position now. He's got to defend himself away from Valakos. Take us through what you're seeing on screen.
I actually went on to what you were, but Sayuza has just gone past Vinblank, and you have got. I don't think that's going to be over yet either, though. To be fair, both on soft tyres. Vinblank has got 2 lap younger tyres than Sayuza. Sayuza gaining some good position, so. And now is Vinblank going to take off the racing line? No, he's not. See, the racing line round here isn't the quickest route.
It isn't not. See, I always found that it was the quickest. Right through the next sector, it is. That's understeer right off there.
It is. You've got the fast right-hander, then you've got the other little right-hander just after that. Yeah. If you drop down on the inside off the racing line, because the racing line takes you very high, if you drop on the inside of that and almost hug the curb, you gain about 2 or 3 tenths. Because it's just a smoother drive.
Definitely, that would be interesting for me to know.
The back of David with DRS, they both have DRS down the back straight now. Sensible driving this time.
Very sensible, not
a 3-second time penalty.
Oh, I didn't see that.
Yeah.
Might be that my visuals are a little bit messed up on the stream.
Oh, hang on a minute. F1 Senna is ghosting.
Senna isn't here. He left. I think he lagged out.
So. Okay.
Right, Vanquish is on the back of Alexios. Elio? Damn it. Alatzio. I see, being dyslexic, I need to hear words about 3 or 4 times before I get to me. Alatzio. Okay.
Just think of the beer ale and then just put Lazio after it.
Yeah, I mean, you know, alcoholic drinks. Nikos pulls into the pit lane, lap 8, so for fresh rubber.
See, I did say they only lasted a few laps and they've only lasted 6 laps.
Valakos, is he going to pull in too? No, his teammate's in the pit lane, so he doesn't want to do that at all.
On go to soft tyres, so they go into the end. Potentially. It's not guaranteed though, because the wear on these is ridiculous, and they get so hot, the rear wheels. So hot. This isn't a track where you can push. Orchard David on the back of Fotio still hasn't made that move.
He's still defended well though from Valakos to give him the biscuits. He is doing very well in P6.
So I'm going to drop down to Vlasakos. Vlasakos.
I say Valakos because I like Valakos. Sounds like a super villain.
Both have DRS again. Ooh, that was a bit late on the brakes.
Whoa!
He lost it. Yep. Yeah, I knew that was going to happen. Hamilton is not far away from those guys.
Whoa, look behind them.
Yeah, it's a good battle, 3-way battle there. What's that, P7? Yeah, P7.
Yep.
As John's left the session again, but he's disqualified anyway, so... Yeah, see, that there... See the line, the line that Al Lazio just took then, that's the line that you want.
See, I'm being taught on stream. This is I teach people how to do commentary, they teach me how to race.
I honestly, I've gone through countless laps of time trial here, and I just found that line and I've stuck to it ever since, and it's great for overtaking, because everyone's taking the racing line, and you just snip down the inside of them and they're gone.
Yeah, Valaxios is pulling into the pits because of the tyre wear.
As well.
Yeah, Carlos pitting early. Maybe that was for a front wing change and all that. But Orchard David is still behind Photon, and it looks like Futon or Futio. Oh, for God's sake! Names. Futon.
I'm going to go with.
I want to say Futon because that's an awesome seat. But yeah, Fotio sounds good. You
can have DRS here, and he's not going to. Vanquish is right up behind them as well. Wow, and then you've got Al Lazio, and Hamilton is closing on these guys very quickly as well.
Yeah, after that first lap collision.
Yeah, he was in 18th at one stage, and he's now in P8, so that's a great drive from him. Good recovery drive, to see if he can get some points.
Should be interesting.
David is right on the back of him, he just doesn't seem to have the straight line speed to pass though.
It's like he's pulling out the slipstream and suddenly he's got no power.
Yeah, it is.
And that is so frustrating for a driver.
See, they're all taking the racing line. All take the racing line.
Oh. You can't argue that David's not pushing with how hard he's working that gearbox.
And then you've got Hamilton, he's just closing up again. He's taking 4 tenths out of half a sector.
Mixilius drama in the pit lane. Drama indeed here in Premier Division.
South Warriors up into second place now.
Good showing for the first few times, and there's Hamilton in the background. You see the Mercedes, normally encompassed by Lewis Hamilton, but this time with our CSR Hamilton. He is going to try and improve on this, and he's going to be frustrated with what's happened.
David having a look into turn 1 just then, but not quite making the move. He just can't catch him through. He's having a look all the time, but through the corners he gets right up to him.
Fotio's got less wing on it. Oh, he's been hit.
Hang on a minute. Hello, Vanquish.
I think Vanquish just realised what he's done wrong there. He just An opportunistic move which has disappeared and cost him time, and Hamilton feeding him round.
Hamilton's right on him. He has DRS. They both have DRS. All interesting.
Here we go. This is CSR Hamilton pulling to the inside, and then you also see Alexios moving on the inside of Orchard David. Is that a move that's going to happen? To see Hamilton making one stick. Orchard David though has also lost the position to the other car.
Lazio did go very wide off the track there, so I'm wondering if he needs to give that back.
If obviously, if anybody has any complaints, they will be aired to the stewards, and they will listen, and they will compliment and do what they can to accommodate what the driver has said, provided it is fair. And look at the closing distance Hamilton just got there on the Sauber. The Mercedes seems to be suiting well on those tyres.
Now Hamilton was in P8 2 laps ago. Oh, as David loses it.
Whoa! Brown pants moment for every driver as David's gone. And is that him overcooking his tyres too much? By the looks of it, it is. Yeah, he's got his eyes on the pit lane by the looks of it. Yeah, it is.
Yeah, he's going to the pits. He's not comfortable at this track, and I know that because he's told me personally. But Hamilton 2 laps ago was almost 2 seconds away in 8th place. He's now up in 5th and closing on 4th all the time.
Alexio, I got it right this time, is fighting Fotio quite tooth and nail now, staying on board with the Force India as he's got his eyes on him. The Red Bull losing the rear end just a bit of it. Alexio seems to be able to do a good position. He's pulling to the inside now, aiming to overtake into the chicane. He's made it stick already, and that's all good for Hamilton. Hamilton's got his eyes on it, and he's not done anything wrong at that point.
Alexio picking up a 2-second time penalty there.
Okay, so I'm not, as confirmed now, as I'm not getting the time penalties on my screen. So, Paul, if you could take us through that, if you see them.
Yes, I will do. Nikos on the back of Vanquish. What line is he going to take?
High line.
I give up. that pass. Oh,
leaders in.
The pits. So is 2nd place. Now they're going to
slot out behind these guys.
Now I'm not sure.
I think they're going to come out just between Hamilton and Fotio if they're not careful, and that is not a very big gap. Let's say that.
Mark is leaving the pits now.
Hamilton's going for it.
Yes, he has. Vanquish is going for it.
Whoa!
Oh,
they're all on Vanquish. That pit lane is drastically deadly.
Horrible.
See Mark pushing Vanquish violently there. But that's the advantage of new fresh tyres, and moving a tad in the braking zone, but probably not as much as would be warranted for a penalty.
Hamilton's going to come out, he's going to have to defend very hard here.
I have to ask just quickly, how many laps has Hamilton done on those tyres?
11.
Right, because I'm not getting that tyre data either. I'm not getting tyre data either. No. It's just saying 1 lap. You see Mark making a move on Hamilton. Opportunistic move, but Hamilton seems to know that he's got a 2-stop. Oh, that's probably why. This race is a write-off right now for most drivers. They seem to be struggling. But then again, it's fantastic for some of the others. Brewing some brilliant racing. See, is Mixilius... Go on.
Oh, wow. Because you've got Nikos right in the mix now, and he's only done 4 laps on these tyres. Mixless Drama's only done 2 laps. So when Vanquish and Hamilton pit, it's going to be Mark, Nikos, and then Mixless as your top 3.
That is interesting. Well, it's going to be definitely Mixless because he's just passed Hamilton. Hamilton should be peeling into the pit lane now. Vanquish, yeah, he's overcooked his rear tyres, I think.
Okay, so South Warriors. Sayuza is still to pit. South Warriors up in... The South Warriors has lost out.
Maybe he had a bad stint.
He was in 2nd before the round of pit stops, and he's going to find himself in 4th.
So all the drivers now on lap 13 out of 27. I'm sure many people won't be happy with our decision to restart the race. So yeah, that's what's happened. We made the decision. So all of these drivers, and right now I think it's down to you just got to hope for what's happening. It's a dry race through on. We gave it the option for it to rain, but it looks like the game's just gone, yeah, not going to have that. If this is your first stream with SpeedForce Racing, I urge you, look at some of our previous streams because we have some fantastic racing going on normally in the league. And tonight, just go on.
Down the inside, back straight, DRS wide open, 1 lap hold tyres, Chopper 8 lap hold tyres, no chance for Chopper there, unfortunately.
Quite a difference there, and I'll tell you what. Sorry, go on.
Vanquish is also in the mix of those as well, and so is Stam. But Stam's tyres are 8 laps old, Vanquish are brand new.
I'm just thinking, right, because on this game it seems setup is so much more powerful than anything else, so it seems that maybe some setups you can use that will protect the tyres, even though you're on worn tyres, can do a good job to pull people along.
Yeah, definitely. It's all about suspension. All about suspension. I've started to learn a lot more about setups as the game's gone on.
I've never been able to.
When I first came in 2016, I could not put a setup together to save my life.
Mate, I've been going since 2010 and I still can't do it.
Well, 2015 and 2016, I used to race basic setup 3, balanced setup for everything. I was okay. Then I learned how to do setups, and yeah, it's all about knowing what you can and can't change. To protect the tyres as well, the diff is massive. Wet the diff down to protect your tyres. Up the, if your rears are going off faster, push the brake tyres further forward. It's little things like that you can do in the middle of the race that you can do to tyre manage really.
Tell you what, that's happening in the race. Sayuza is under pressure from South Warrior. So, mate, South Warrior is trying to bleed a little hole that he can pass through, and it's a very, very opportunistic move there for South. Whoa!
Sayuza, where were you going?
I think South Warriors, where are you going? Because you're bumping and scratching. This is not NASCAR. Just reminding, this is Formula 1. You need that wing on the front of your nose, and he is weaving everywhere. He's thinking, I need to get past this guy quickly. And you see the dirty effect. Look at that! He's going for it.
Oh,
not yet,
Sayuza.
though. Hard defending from Sayuza and fair defending,
Vanquish and Chopper.
Down the inside, even further down the inside, he's making an opportunity to move, and he's done a reverse Michael Schumacher move for defending rather than attacking. Here's Carlos GB. Oh, no, he crowded him off the track there. I've got to say that. I swear he just crowded Carlos off the track just a bit. He ran him out, ran him wide.
Oh, I wasn't on board there. I was on board with Hamilton because you've got a
very long battle
for what's that? P10. You've got Al Lazio, Vanquish, Chopper, Stam, and Hamilton, and I believe they're all going to have DRS down here.
I'm trying to keep my eye on everything right now, and this seems to be the better battle as they go over that big bump at the start of the straight.
Right. Go on board with Carlos though. Carlos is closing on Sayuza very quickly, and he's made that move.
Good move though. Seems that he made it in the fast right-hand corner. I was afraid that not many people were going to be able to make moves in. See Chopper getting it a little bit wrong as well. See if Hamilton can make it move.
Lap hold. Sayuza's on 13 lap hold tyres.
He must be looking after them quite a lot. Here we go, Hamilton taking the low line.
132.9. Mark 132.9.
Hamilton took the low line and he took the advantage that Zipper has been so kindly talking about all race. Got Sayuza now closing in on.
You saw that, did you?
Yep.
Yeah, that's exactly what I mean. Sayuza just been passed by Carlos has just been passed by Sayuza once more.
That battle's going to go on for a long time. Here's Vanquish now.
Pits, I would say. GP Hamilton, sorry, GP what? That's going back a few seasons. CSR Hamilton on the back of Chopper.
Round the outside, it's Vanquish on Alazio, and Alazio has to concede. And look at that, Chopper trying to defend, but his tyre's starting to wear. Alazio, though, he can defend, and he goes right back down the inside and manages to snatch the position back from the Williams and pushing him into Hamilton's clutches. And Hamilton's thinking, yes, keep feeding them to me. I will be happy at the end of the race. Actually, you know
all
what?
That, while you were talking about that, Fotio pick up another 3-second time penalty.
Between all of this, I don't think Hamilton's going to be happy after being spun out from the lead.
No,
Vanquish goes defensive.
Unfortunately, these things happen.
It definitely does, and with obviously everyone's frustrated from the first race being cancelled, and we're going on later. Everyone's getting tireder. We can only apologise for what happened in the first race. But Hamilton has cut through into P11. What was that?
Stan picking up a 3-second penalty.
Seems that drivers are struggling, but at least they're doing as well as they can do right now.
I think it's the tyres more than anything at the moment. I mean, what have we got? We've got Soyuza 14 laps, Vin Blank 12 lap old.
Soyuza's
now pitted finally. And they're 14 laps they've lasted, and he's gone on to super softs. They will maybe get you to the end of the race.
Yeah, it's 11 laps. They're going to burn. He's got to be careful.
He's going to have to. Chopper is now pitting. So he's just going to have to really look after those for the first few laps, I would say, if he wants to push near the end.
It's going to be interesting. He's going to come out in traffic, isn't he?
Soyuza will. Yeah, well, no. Soyuza's going to. Well, he's down in 14.
Don't come out in vague traffic, then.
He's 3 seconds off David.
Yeah. So he can.
He's on a faster tyre.
Yeah. And if he takes it simply. 10. Yeah.
They're close enough to get in the top 10. But Hamilton up into the top 10, so good recovery drive.
Top 10, top 9, my friend. He's going down the inside of Al Lazio. Yes. And I tell you what, I think Vanquish is going to try and follow him through. He's trying, but he's not managed it yet. Al Lazio just snapping back in, going, oh, okay, move. I'm gonna try and have another shot at Hamilton myself. Hamilton going defensive towards the fast right-hander.
Will Al Lazio take the different line to try and get that position back? If it was me, I would be.
High line. Well, high line-ish.
Yeah, middle.
He sort of like rode it with his middle tyre, didn't he? Middle tyre, his left tyre. Sadly, I've been commentating over MotoGP. Little chuckle there. I think that's possibly the highlight of this race is the little chuckle from Paul after we've had a very stressful day. And I'll tell you what, I had a stressful day at college.
3-second penalty.
Vin Blank's in.
Vin Blank has now pitted. So
El Lazio's losing a position of Vanquish. Oh! Almost ended both their races right there.
See, drivers that I would feel are at risk right now with their tyres are Nikos.
Okay.
I think Nikos, Carlos, and Vlasakos. Could be a little bit of risk here.
Do you think they've pitted too early, or they've gone to the wrong strategy?
I think they've gone onto the softs too early. And I mean, unless they've managed them for the first few laps, I mean, super soft to soft is the strategy here. But you want to be getting your super softs, I don't know, lap 10, 11 at least, then getting on them. And Nikos hasn't done that. He's on 11 laps, so he pitted. What's that? Lap 8.
Whoa, okay. Valakos has got it all wrong, and Hamilton has just snatched up that position and gone, I'll take it back. But Valakos is coming back round, but Hamilton has got enough in the tank and on his tyres to go round.
Yeah, nice defending there from Hamilton up into the 7th. We'll have DRS as well.
Well, not if Valakos comes back at him. He's going for it.
He's quite late though. Very late onto the brakes there from Hamilton. Hamilton is all over the back of Fotio now. Now, I'm not sure if Hamilton and Vlasakos got 3-second time penalties just then. I saw something flash up very quickly, and then Vlasakos went over the top of that, so I didn't actually see.
It possibly could have been. He did go a little bit wide, didn't he?
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. But he's going to have DRS, and Fotio's going to be a sitting duck here to Hamilton, because that Mercedes has got some straight line speed.
It definitely does.
And you see, picking up a 3-second time penalty as he goes around the outside.
The thing is, this corner is easy to defend. I found it's easy to defend from the inside when someone's attacking from the inside. From the outside, you're in a bit of trouble.
It's great to defend, but it's also a great overtaking place.
You get such satisfaction out of that corner, don't you?
You do, yeah. See, Photo's gone a little bit too early there.
Vanquish is trying to go round the outside, but Sayuza cuts him off. Going, no, I'm coming through. Sayuza has now got his nose on Alexios, his rear end. Sector 2, and that's Chopper. Oh, he's spinning! He's spinning! Alexios, but damn it! Alexios manages to get back round. I've reverted back to his old name now. Okay.
I've got on board with F1 Senna, not that it is actually a drive, just to see what's happened to Chopper, but I can't see. Oh, okay, I see what's happened there.
Right, just pause it while you're talking about that. Sayuza make you move around us outside of the Force India, and the Force India drops down to P10, and Chopper has left the session. Take us through what you've seen.
So I went on board with Senna to see what happened to Chopper, and as far as I can see, you've got the back straight into the little like chicaney bit. It's very easy to do because I've done it in my other league. As you're going round the right hander, then it's a swift left hander. If you hug the outside curb too much, it just sends you into the spin. I think that's what's happened. It's put them straight into the wall. Race over, I'm afraid.
Frustrating for Chopper, who's starting to struggle in the mid-European part of the season, and it seems that we're all rooting for everyone to get a good finish. I see Valakos has just lost it as well.
Yeah, Caesar got it. Got that all shapes of right there. We used to say all shapes are wrong. But Vlasakos's tyres are 11 laps old, and I did say some of these tyres aren't going to last, and I've got a feeling he could be one as well.
Photo
Take it wrong there. Oh, that was close. He's got a very, very fast...
Whoa!
Oh! I don't know what happened there.
Oh, I'm still holding my breath.
I think Sayuza's got some severe pace on that.
He's got some stones on him, let's say that.
Jeez.
You killed the commentator, Sayuza. Calm down. See, okay. That almost went very badly. That was, okay. What happened there? Alexi, damn it. Or David is passing the Force India now. The Force India pulled across the nose of the Sauber, he's cut the corner quite heavily now. But yeah, David's showing his disdain there.
He got a 3-second time penalty for that, so I'm surprised he's not happy.
But he cut across Vanquish's nose to defend like he was going into the pit lane. Vanquish obviously braked thinking he was going into the pit lane, and he fired off onto the straight. So some questionable tactics happening right now. But here's David. Is David going to have the pace to pass the Force India? The Force India goes defensive one way, goes even more. That's a lot of moves.
That's wrong. No, that's not right.
No,
that's not right. Al Lazio moved way too many times there.
He couldn't decide what side of the track he wanted to be on, and we don't normally say it, but I think that the spin was well deserved. I think Fernando Alonso put it best when he asked where Palmer was, and it was ended up with Karma.
Yeah, that's Karma. Yeah, I think David's got front wing damage though.
Yeah, we saw a bit of carbon fibre fly off the Sauber, and that's even more frustrating for him. And you can tell, being Irish, he's probably reaching for it right now, but he's not going to touch the alcohol. I apologise, actually. Just thinking on that's a very big stereotype. I do apologise. That is too far. That is bad, JB. Bad, JB. I'm gonna go and
got wing damage and
jump.
He's pitting now. Be surprised if David doesn't retire from the race now.
Yeah, it's frustrating as well for him, and there'll be words with drivers who have, well, I think immediately things, because stewards are always watching, and that's the thing. You don't know who the stewards are watching if you listen to the stream while you're racing. I mean, that's an idea, but still, just because they're not on you doesn't mean that they're not going to switch to you.
No, David has carried on, so it's good to see that he's not, just retired from that. South Warriors just picked up a 3-second time penalty as well.
Vin Blank is on the back of Alexio. See if there's more than one move there. Seems that because he was closer there, he was able to make a move that was much better, but it seems...
You have to shut itself down, that's not what we want.
I turn mine off, actually, when I'm doing commentary. So, every TV I have, I turn that timer off, just in case, if I end up doing commentary on it.
Around with things. I'll turn the screen black and white or something if I start playing with things. And every car will look similar, won't it? So there's no point in trying to do that. Oh!
What are you oohing?
Lazio was getting a bit close to the rear of Rimblank just then.
I tell you what, now,
right on the
6th and 7th. Yeah. Team orders.
Now,
Toto. Valtteri, this is James. Valtteri, this is James.
Get out the way, yes. I'm wondering if that was team orders there, because they're on different strats. Soyuza's on the faster tyre, newer tyres as well.
You know what? The way Hamilton took that, I don't think so. I think Soyuza just genuinely got the better run.
Yeah, he's not one to give up positions, is he, Hamilton?
No, he's not.
Closest battle on track is Vanquish.
That's
That's
the wrong V. We will keep. Oh, look at that! Hamilton now closing up to his teammates' rear end in the braking zone. So it seems Hamilton's got faster at some points. So Valtteri, this is James, may have been called a bit too early. What was that?
I thought Vanquish was going for a Danny Rick bomb then, but he didn't. Thank God. That would have been race ending.
It seems lots of people seem to be cutting that corner at the end of the exit of that chicane.
It's because it's not penalised. That's what I was saying about quali.
It's shot Valakos straight forwards.
Yeah, it does. Gains so much time there, it's unbelievable.
Lap 24 out of 27, I apologise for that one. And we've not even had a chance to talk about the F1 news that have popped up earlier today, because there's been so much action on track and so much, well, I say frustration. We're gonna try and move past the frustration and move on to next week, which will be in Austria. If you're aiming to join us, we'll be live 7:25, I can remember times, for GP2 if you're aiming to join us for that. If not, straight after GP2 finishes, we will be heading over here to see the Premier drivers get into their cars and hopefully have a fantastic race and a complete qualifying session to boot.
I'll tell you what, we also haven't spoken about the classics.
We haven't, and that's because I don't want to reveal the results.
You don't have to reveal the results.
Well, we had a classic race on Tuesday, and it was quite enjoyable because all three admins, as Orchard David retires in sector 3. Is that pit lane?
I'm not sure. Let's see if I can go on board with anybody.
The centre again. I'll be earlier along the lap as well as Vanquish, sorry, gets on the back of Valakos. They're all getting on back of Fotio as well.
Oh, here we go. I'm going to go on board with Mark. No. I don't know where it's gone.
Valakos is defending, but Vanquish has got the better line right now. And Valakos going high. Vanquish trying to go down the inside, but not enough yet. Sector 1, we have a yellow. Oh.
Well, I'll tell you what, I've gone on board with about 6 cars, and not one of them did I see. What happened to David?
Stam has just passed AL Lazio into the fast right-hander, and it seems as Stam on the younger tyres seems to be having a good race. Maybe that... No. Could you just look on the race director and see what the reason was?
Okay.
Go into incidents, and then go down.
Yeah.
Sorry. Told you like you're done again.
Keep going. Oh my god, I'm still going.
Charlie, this is... Paul, this is Charlie. There's a lot of incidents.
I think it was the pit lane, because he didn't DNF. There was no...
terminal damage, no, nothing.
Yeah,
okay.
nothing.
Alright, so that's good. Adhering to the rules, obviously that was one of the core rules in SpeedForce racing. If you're going to retire in the pit lane due to the fact that there are ghosts, that the spooky ghosts will distract the drivers.
Another 3-second time penalty.
Well, he's about to get in position as well. He's going for a Danny Rick dive bomb. He's going to do it, and he's pushed Valakos out. But that's what I said. You can defend if someone goes for a move on the inside. You can defend on the outside in that chicane. And it's just brilliant.
Just to mention, Soyuza and Hamilton 12 lap hole tyres. Nikos is not giving up.
Oh, we're on the pulse with a lap of the Grand Prix anyway.
18 lap old tyres, Nikos.
That's a good job there for the top 3 right now.
The top 3, 14, 18 and 16 lap old tyres. Carlos has done 17 laps. Vlasakos 16. They've managed their tyres very well.
On board once more with Vanquish as he lines up a move finally on Valakos, aiming to pass him once more, pulls to the outside, going towards turn 1. Blue flags are in operation. Everyone start the song, but it's a ghost, so you don't need to sing the song.
Okay, Vlasakos has just got another 3-second time penalty for cutting the corner to keep that position.
Did he now?
He did.
Okay.
So into turn 1, he cut the outside corner quite drastically to keep.
Sayuza's let Hamilton back past. Sayuza and Hamilton are battling. The Mercedes are battling. There is no Valtteri. This is James in operation, clearly.
Vanquish and Vlasakos battling now. Oh, he's still there. He's still behind him.
This is frustrating, the Williams driver, but this is going to be perfect. Just look at that. That bout of oversteer was enough for him to snatch up that position.
But the thing is he going to give up? Is he going to take that inside line?
No, he doesn't have oversteer.
No, he just doesn't have the setup.
We are on the final lap of the Grand Prix, this very messy Grand Prix, and Mark NUFC is 7 seconds ahead. So that is a reserve drive that will the points will be added onto the existing team. Some drivers that are missing tonight. We've had 4 DNFs. Sorry, John, who as you see, Valakos going for a big spin. John. Oh, I've warned people, do not just restart the track. I have told drivers don't do that. The reason we don't do restart the track, it's an unfair advantage if you do, because then you just like slip back on, you know?
Yep.
Vanquish has passed him, so that will be looked at. Drivers have been warned. I'm sure I've warned drivers. I know I've warned one driver at least. But anyway.
Okay.
What was that?
Anyway,
Sayuza making a move on Carlos. Is he going to try and slow up his teammate? Oh no, Hamilton making an opportune move. Trying to make a move around the outside of Carlos. But it seems Hamilton is going to try and stay there. But Mark NUFC is coming around the final couple of corners now to win in France in the Premier Division. There he is. The McLaren is victorious in France once more.
Nikos. Oh, Vanquish was retired. What happened there?
I'm having a look. No, he looks like he's lost it. Same place as you did.
Yep.
Mixilius is in 3rd position. Nikos is in 2nd position. And South Warriors in his first drive is in P4.
Here comes Sayuza around the final corner. Hamilton got past Carlos.
Yep, that was off screen. Vanquish had left. Sayuza from back of the grid, crashing over the line. Again, that will be also addressed. Drivers will not do that because that's just stupid. Looks stupid. Is stupid.
Carlos coming across the line to take P7.
Again, is stupid. Don't do it. Please don't do it.
Vlasakos coming across in P9. Who goes up to P8? Carlos drops to P9.
Here's Stam in P10.
Stam in P10.
That's it.
Race over.
It has been a frustrating few hours, but Mark NUFC has gained a win in SpeedForce Racing once more, and he is aiming to add more to that as his job as a reserve goes on.
There you go, the Brit on the top step. It's been a while since we see a McLaren on the top step.
There are a lot of things the admins must discuss, and this race, unfortunately, has been caught under a little bit of a shadow of that. I'm sure drivers aren't happy, and I'm sure the admins aren't happy right now. But there he is. The official results are Mark NUFC is won the Grand Prix ahead of Nikos and Mixilius Drama in P3. Then there's South Warriors in 4th and Sayuza in 5th, Hamilton in 6th, and Fotio in 7th, Valakos in 8th, and Carlos in 9th. Alexio in 10th, and Stam dropped down to 11th. Vin Blank in 12th, and Vanquish is the first of the non-finishers. Then it was Senna, who lagged out and didn't rejoin. David, Chopper, the Gort, and John, who also lagged out and was disqualified on the formation lap. So, unfortunately, it has been a few hours, which are a bit frustrating. Next week, we're moving on to the Austrian Grand Prix. This will be live on the Premier Division. Will be live straight after GP2, which is on at 7:22. At 7:22, 7:30 will be going live. 7:25 will be going live, and 7:30 we will be going to qualifying. My name is JB, and I'd like to thank Zippo for joining us on commentary. Thank you, mate. I know it's been frustrating.
That's okay. Thanks for having me again, and I look forward to next week. Hopefully, it was a better race than it was tonight. So
Okay.
We'll see.
Yeah, we shall see. And I thank you all for joining us, and hopefully we are all in much happier spirits come next week. Good night, everybody, and thank you for joining us.